Hello and welcome to the Kenneth for Cameron Law Office Legal Podcast. In this edition, we look at some of the duties of the executor of an estate, because an executor is where there is a will. If there's no will, then one of the family members has to go to the surrogate to become appointed as the administrator. So there's a will. Typically, we prepare as the attorneys a surrogate information sheet, which we send to the surrogate ahead of time, and with a copy of the will and a copy of the death certificate. This way, our client doesn't have to spend that much time in the surrogate's office. If there's going to be an estate of different beneficiaries and open for a while, we help the executor apply for a tax ID and then set up an estate account. Let's say the legitimate bill should be paid. Many times the executor will try to negotiate with the credit card companies. There is a requirement under the New Jersey court rules that there be a notice of probate to all the beneficiaries in writing. The attorney usually handles that. If there's a charity, there must be a notice to the Attorney General. The attorney handles that. If there are assets going to children or grandchildren or spouse, although there's no New Jersey tax that's due, no inheritance tax, there's oftentimes we still have to file a return and get waivers. Let's see, and then the waivers, if it's on real estate, get filed with the county clerk's office. Waivers on other assets get sent to the respective banks or stock companies. When the estate's ready to be wrapped up, there's a court rule, Rule 4:87, that requires an accounting. However, in the majority of estates, the executor, with the help of the attorney, will prepare what's called an informal accounting, and then send it to the beneficiaries, and the attorney will prepare what's called a release and refunding bond, which says that the beneficiary will get their money. However, they have to refund money if there was an unknown debt that wasn't known about. Could have been in one matter there was a Medicaid lien for nursing home expenses that the family didn't know about for over 2 years. There's also a requirement under the statute that that they have clear, what's called a clear child support judgment, because if there's a child support judgment, then they have to be paid before the person receives their money. If the executor doesn't do that, then they can be personally responsible for the child support lien. For other information on the duties of an executor, visit website njlaws.com, and for representation, contact the law office of Kenneth for Cameron and Edison at 732-572-0500. Thank you.